Hey friends, I'm Stacy.
And I'm Kevin.
We are working on a cargo trailer camper conversion, a 6x10 with an aluminum frame that Taylor and Eric are going to pull with their Jeep Wrangler two-door named Roxy.
Which is a 2007 Jeep Wrangler.
So the cargo camper had to be light enough that they could pull it, and we gutted the whole thing, and we are rebuilding it from the bottom up, and it will be their camper.
That's amazing. And so far we are working on the ceiling right now.
So we are doing a cedar ceiling. So all the products we're using in this video, you can find at our website at www.befreebenson.com. And if you forget that website, you can just go to the description and you'll find the link in the description. So the first step of the ceiling is going to be to go ahead and get some insulation into the ceiling because we want to make sure that the cargo camper is very insulated and warm.
Push it up. Right. One done, 6 more to go. Alright, we just gotta bow it down in the middle. Okay. And you can extend it out.
Perfect. Alright, we're about to put the last piece of insulation in the ceiling.
It's a lot of pressure.
Let's see if he can do it. Yes! Ceiling is insulated. So tonight we are actually ready now to put the ceiling on, the cedar ceiling, and it's tongue and groove. So that means that tonight might be a late one. So we might be doing some of this video with limited light. We shall see. What's our next step?
I need to cut the furring strips for the studs that go across the top, and then we'll get those in place and we'll start cutting the tongue and groove. And we also have to plan out where we want the lights. We have 8 little LED lights that we need to put in, so we'll get that figured out. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and cut those furring strips and get those in. We're gonna put the furring strips up here where the metal is. Obviously we need somewhere to screw the, or to staple. We're gonna staple, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
staple in.
We're gonna screw them into the aluminum going across here, and then we're going to staple the tongue and groove into the wood.
So where are you actually putting the furring strips?
Furring strips are gonna go right across here. We'll screw those right into the top, and then we'll be able to staple the cedar to the furring strips.
All right, let's do it.
Have to be very particular how we put that on there. So we pull tight up against there.
I think so.
Okay. And didn't grab too much. Okay. So what we've done is, instead of using one big furring strip across, we cut them and left a little bit of a channel so we can run the wires in between for the lights, because we don't have a lot of room to go around and kind of snake the wires through. So we're just going to leave a channel in the middle so that we can get to what we need to get to.
Thank you, though.
And really it doesn't matter if it sticks out on the end there. Not really need to notch it out for that. We needed another furring strip, but we didn't have a stud going across here. So what we're doing is we're actually we're using the same 1-inch screws. So we pre-drilled down in here so we can use our 1-inch screws. And what we're going to do is we're going to fasten it against this back wall up as tight as we can go going up, so that it will match what everything else is.
Perfect, it'll be close.
The bones are in.
Right. Nice.
Okay, so we've got the bones in for the ceiling. So now what we're going to do is start running the pieces of cedar. However, the pieces of cedar are only 8 feet long, so we can't put full pieces in all the way across. We're going to have to stagger the seams. So we'll do some that are to that first cut. We'll basically so that the seams are staggered throughout.
Well, as you can see, it is no longer nighttime. We
Ran out of steam.
yeah, and the other thing was the saw was getting pretty loud for as late as it was.
Yeah.
So we're picking back up this morning and we're going to knock out the ceiling.
Knock it out.
All right, so we have the frame on the ceiling and we're ready to start putting on cedar. And yes, I am in a parka because it's cold right now and I forgot to bring a sweatshirt and this is all that there is available. So I'm gonna wear this right now until it gets a little bit warmer, which should be in about 30 minutes. So to make this quick and easy and to have smaller holes, we're gonna use a staple gun with the air compressor. That'll make really small holes and it will go up hopefully very fast.
Hang off this control, that's fine. Is that flush on your end?
Yeah.
It's a little bit snug on the back there.
Go ahead and get yours popped in down there. It's a pain.
It's starting to go, but it's got a little bit of a give there.
All right, we have officially almost finished putting all of the cedar in the ceiling and it looks so good. Do you guys like it?
Yes.
Love it. It's our favorite. It looks really good. So now what we're going to do, we are going to put some tung oil on the ceiling just to preserve and bring out the natural grains. Guys, rub on. I'm gonna move it.
You got to do all the edges
Still
first.
do that. I got 2 pieces done and my arms are tired. So this is the trim we're gonna put at the top of the walls to cover the wiring that's between the wall and the ceiling. So this is made out of a metal and it's really light, but what we're going to do is we are going to cover it with a white paint. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna wipe it down with some acetone, then we're gonna spray it with a spray paint kills, and then we are going to spray it with a white spray paint. One important tip. Go ahead and cut your trim before you spray it because once you spray it, you don't want to have to cut it and then it'll mess with all the paint again. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure that trim so we can get that cut before we wipe it down and paint it.
Then I'm going to put these holes because this metal is super slippery.
So I was informed that with acetone you have to wear gloves so you don't burn the skin off your hands, so I'm wearing gloves. So now we're going to spray paint it with kills to prime it. And my mom told me not to go in one spot.
So what we need to be doing is, you guys got to get in that little notch.
Just a second. Solid?
So let's go back down this way a little bit.
We have officially finished the ceiling. We thought it was gonna be at night last night, but it's at night tonight. What do y'all think?
Everything takes longer than you expect it to because there's always finagling. And as we trimmed out around the ceiling, everything that we had pre-fit didn't seem to pre-fit anymore, so we had to modify on the fly. So that's part of being free, is having to modify on the fly.
What do you think, Eric? Do you like it?
I think it looks better than I imagined.
It looks fantastic. So cedar ceiling was fantastic. If you want to see more videos like this as we continue on the journey of the escape pod, the 6x10 cargo camper, then click on the video on the screen or go to our playlist and check out some of those videos.
And if this video helped you out in any way, go ahead and hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel.
And as always, doing things yourselves allows you to be free. See you in the next video.
I think we're going to call it the CCTC, the Cargo Camper Trailer Conversion, because it's just too hard to say that too many times in a row.
So all the products we're using in this, can you guys stop the dogs please from barking? Claudia's gonna yell at me.
Trim on.
Where are they?
I don't know.
Guys, so all the products we're using in this video you will find at our...
Say it again, that was funny. Video.
She does one thing, one thing. And here's where we're at.